Imagine waking up one morning with a tight chest, a racing mind, and that strange feeling that something is wrong, even though nothing is actually happening. Now imagine discovering that this feeling isn't a flaw in you at all, but an ancient alarm system your mind hasn't figured out how to turn off yet. Before we go deeper, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the stories and truths that help you understand yourself in ways nobody ever taught you. Now, let's talk about anxiety as if it's not your enemy, but a confused old guardian still trying to protect you in a world that has changed faster than your brain could evolve. Picture your ancestors thousands of years ago. Every rustle in the bushes could be a predator. Every shadow a threat. Every snap of a branch a reason to run for your life. Their survival depended on noticing danger before danger noticed them. That ancient alarm, the fight or flight system, worked beautifully back then, but today, the predators are gone. Yet the alarm remains, firing off at emails, deadlines, breakups, bills, unreturned messages, or sometimes nothing at all. And here's the twist: your brain doesn't know the difference between a tiger chasing you and a text message saying, "Can we talk?" Funny, right? Well, funny in the haha, wait, that hurts kind of way. But let's step into something deeper, because Act 1 is really about realizing this. Your anxiety is not proof that you're weak. It's proof that your brain still thinks you're worth saving. Now, Act 2 begins with a question that might sting a little. What if the real issue isn't that the alarm is broken, but that it's stuck in survival mode because your life hasn't given it a reason to feel safe? Think about how often you're surrounded by noise, notifications, comparisons, the pressure to be someone, do something, fix everything. Your ancient mind looks at all of that and screams, threat. Even when the threat is just your boss typing, "Hey, quick check-in." That alarm gets louder when you ignore yourself, when you push emotions down, when you pretend you're fine because life doesn't stop. And sooner or later, you start believing the alarm more than your reality. But here's where things get interesting. Anxiety isn't trying to ruin your life. It's trying to protect the parts of you that once felt unsafe. Maybe that inner alarm learned to ring early because no one listened to you as a kid. Maybe it learned to stay loud because silence was dangerous. Maybe it learned that being prepared for the worst was the only way you ever got through things. So it didn't evolve with the modern world. It evolved with your pain. And that's why you can't just turn it off. It's not a switch, it's a story. And your brain is trying to rewrite it every day. But here's the cliffhanger. What if the way out isn't about shutting the alarm down, but teaching it the modern world isn't out to kill you? Before we get there, here's a quick pattern interrupt. Have you ever noticed that anxiety always picks the worst possible timing. Like, you're trying to sleep, and suddenly, your brain becomes a full-time detective investigating every mistake you made since age 7. Thanks, brain. Truly helpful. But back to the journey. Act 3 begins when you realize you can retrain the alarm. Not by shame, by pretending you're overthinking again, but by giving your mind the one thing it never learned to trust: safety. Every slow breath you take tells the alarm we're okay. Every boundary you set tells it we matter. Every time you rest without guilt, your brain slowly updates itself. Maybe the danger is gone. And every moment of honesty with yourself, with others, with the parts of you that hurt, becomes the new evidence your ancient brain uses to rewrite its script. You won't silence anxiety overnight, but you can retrain it. You can turn the alarm from a screaming siren into a soft tap on the shoulder. And that's the twist no one sees coming. Anxiety becomes manageable, not when life gets easier, but when you get better at reminding your brain that the old world it fears no longer exists. When it stops panicking and starts guiding. When you transform from someone who feels hunted by their thoughts into someone who understands them. That answer, that new version of you, that's something only you can write next. And if you want to keep exploring the battles no one sees but everyone feels, make sure you're subscribed.